In history, the art of music is a trademark of human creation. In fact, an infant's first exposure to music is their mother's heartbeat and voice. As humans, we are innately influenced by rhythm and music. Good music moves the human spirit and heals. In contrast, negative music can cause distress and aggression. With that being said, studies shows corporations globally, like the music industry, study these human phenomena on a social level, thereby manufacturing music to promote and sell products, ideas, as well as influence human behavior. Today, let's cover the evolution of Black female music artists, examining their music, brand, and, the heart of today's discussion, their image. This month, Black History Month, inspired me to showcase famous Black songstresses who inspired us all with their talent, class, and poise. Welcome to Womenz Thoughts. Happy Black History Month. We have 4 mini bios to cover. Let's get started. Besides history, I am a huge fan of music. I appreciate amazing vocals and artist presentation. However, over the decades, I've noticed a serious shift in the music industry in regards to Black female artists. Whether it's human talent or the use of modern technology like auto-tuning, AI, image, and voice. The over-XEXization of the artist's image is concerning. Ultimately, my choice of music lately has been classic oldies. Moreover, the music executives believe in today's market, XEX sells, or maybe there's a more serious agenda that needs further analysis behind the scenes. As mentioned earlier, music influences our behavior and how we see the world. Regardless of what the agendas are, I want to travel back starting in the 50s to where Black female artists were a class act and highlight a few of my favorite talented and graceful singers. Nancy Sue Wilson, also known as the Grand Diva of Jazz, was born February 20th, 1937 in Chillicothe, Ohio. Miss Wilson started her singing career in the mid-50s. In 1959, a music associate recommended Nancy move to New York to perform in a popular lounge club. It worked. During one of Nancy's performances, a music executive noticed the attractive singer on stage and later signed her to Capitol Records. Nancy was the epitome of grace, beauty, and God-given talent. Miss Wilson over time carved out a remarkable space for herself in the genre of jazz standards and pop tunes. Known for her popular tune, air quotes, which is my favorite, Guess Who I Saw Today, just one of many hits in her music catalog. Miss Wilson won 3 Grammys throughout her singing career. Now, her stage presence, gowns, hair, and makeup was stunning. Her collaborations included Joris Shearing, Ramsey Lewis, James Ingram, and Barry Manilow. On December 13, 2018, Nancy Wilson passed away of natural causes. However, classy women like Miss Nancy Wilson will forever be remembered and missed in the music industry. Marie Dionne Warwick was born on December 12, 1940, in East Orange, New Jersey. Like most singers in this video, Miss Warwick also began singing in her family church. Eventually, Dion and a couple of her family members started a family gospel group called, air quotes, the Drinkerts Singers. The group's first performance was aired on a local television network called TV Gospel Time. It was evident Dion had a rich voice that was unique and perfect vocal control. In 1962, Miss Warwick landed a background singing gig in which song composer Burt Bacharach was in attendance. Mr. Bacharach immediately noticed Dion's star presence and platinum voice. The rest was history. Dion's stage performance was phenomenal. By the way, my favorite song from the Bacharach/Warwick collabo is, air quotes, Don't Make Me Over. In addition, Miss Warwick won 6 Grammy Awards throughout her singing career. Now, Dion's style was totally glamorous. In fact, everything about her look was glam. Her hair, makeup, stunning gowns, and, air quotes, body snatched to the gods. In fact, Tiana Taylor being chosen to portray Miss Warwick for a future biopic was brilliant. Let's continue. Dion would walk on stage with a straight posture, looking like a true goddess. Thank God we still have her today, continuing her legacy. Gladys Knight, also known as the Empress of Soul, was born on May 28, 1944 in Atlanta, Georgia. Miss Knight started singing in her family church as early as 8 years old. Notably, churchgoers were so amazed at how unnerved little Gladys delivered her impactful voice with such control and poise. As Gladys matured into a young woman, she formed a quintet group with her brother and 2 male cousins called, air quote, Gladys Knight and the Pips. In the year 1966, the group was signed to businessman Berry Gordy's Motown label. As a result, the group performed outstanding acts on stage around the country. My favorite Gladys Knight and the Pips song is, air quotes, If I Were Your Woman. In addition, Miss Knight won 7 Grammy Awards throughout her singing career. It is important to mention the group's stage presence and image as a whole was stylish and well arranged. However, the highlight was the beautiful and classy Miss Gladys Knight herself. Everything about her look, the hair, clothes, makeup, subtle yet gorgeous. It's the faux lashes for me. I just love them. Something about the women in the 60s and 70s. They knew how to correctly apply fake lashes. Let's proceed. We're blessed Miss Knight is still with us today and continues to perform with beauty, grace, and style. Diana Ernestine Earl Ross was born on March 26, 1944, in Detroit, Michigan. At 14, Miss Ross attended a 4-year college preparatory school to become a future fashion designer. However, unbeknownst to the young diva, her star power would be in music instead of designing clothes. The following year, like most young teens in Detroit, Diana joined a girl group called the Primettes with 2 of her classmates from high school, Florence Ballard and Mary Wilson. Later on, the Primettes came to be known as the Supremes. Meanwhile, in Detroit, the music company Motown was where dreams happened for inner-city black youth with musical talent. Every budding talent knew if you wanted to be noticed, you go and hang at the front office and perform your heart out. Miss Ross and her friends did just that. As a result, the owner, Barry Gordy, happened to hear Diana's voice, peeked his head in the studio, and took one look at her. And the rest was history. Besides Miss Ross' ambitious attitude, she was strikingly young, talented, confident, energetic, and lovely. It was not unusual. While boy bands performed, they could not help but stop and pause in awe when Diana passed by the studio's windows. So, when you think of a glamorous star, the diva is the epitome of all that sparkles and shine. Let's move on. In fact, Diana had that, air quote, je ne sais quoi from day one. Now, fashion, trends, chic style is where Diana Ross hit the ball out the park. The 1975 Berry Gordy movie Mahogany, starring Miss Ross, highlighted her natural beauty. To me, she could have been a model in real life. Her big, beautiful eyes, gorgeous skin, to die for. Not to mention, Diana herself designed every costume in the movie. As I stated earlier, she was a fashion designer, and she knew what looked good on her very slim frame. Oh, her accolades. Miss Ross has 13 Grammy nominations. However, in 2012, she received a Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award for her solo career. Even today, Diana, aka the Diva, still performs and looks absolutely stunning in her 80s, while she graced the stage and continues to amaze her fans. What's my favorite Supreme or Diana Ross song? Oh my God, that's hard. But if I had a choice, my favorite solo album is The Boss. Miss Ross, every little girl wanted to be you, and we continue to adore you till this day. One thing we could all agree on: there will always be gifted and talented people in the Black American community. Current Black female singing artists, whether they are veterans or new artists, are still given talent, sophistication, intellect, beauty, trend-setting styles, swag, and class. As a music lover, I appreciate great music and smart branding with artists who understand their assignment in promoting healthy images for the youth. Optics and presentation is everything involving the quality of being an artist in all fields of entertainment. Until we as a community become economically sovereign and create our own entertainment empires, we will continue to allow our God-given gifts to be used, exploited, and employed to misdirect the masses. Moreover, like yesterday's Black female music artists, we all gleamed with pride. We emulated their images and saw ourselves in them. Today, we owe it to our little girls to also give them an image promoting pride, respect, and self-love. Thank you for viewing my Black History Month special mini bios on our seasoned, iconic, beautiful, sophisticated, talented Black female artists. Please, let's give them their flowers while they are still with us here. And if I miss out your favorite current Black music artist, please feel free to add your favorite in the comments section. Besides that, what were your thoughts on today's video? Please leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell so when I upload another video, you will be notified. As always, because everyone has a story. Ciao!